so good to be back here in South Carolina, home of the Gamecocks.
The iron Keyshawn soars in from the weak side, however, and flushes that done.
There it is.
Driven hard. The Gamecocks will take the series against their rival.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Eric Scott. As you might imagine, this week on the show, we're a little heavy on Gamecock women's basketball, celebrating another national championship, the third under head coach Dawn Staley between 2017 and now 2024. Lots of great stuff to get into from the game and the celebration, both in Cleveland and back here in Columbia. We'll also cover some Carolina baseball as well, and we get things started as we normally do with our Prisma Health injury update. That's baseball related. That's Cole Messina, the catcher, the captain, potential All-American, and he has been out for the last few games due to being in the concussion protocol after taking a foul ball squarely off of his face mask last weekend against Texas A&M. Hoping to get Cole back in the lineup real soon after seeing him miss a few games at the end of the A&M series as well as in the midweek game against the North Carolina Tar Heels. And that is brought to you by Prisma Health, the team physicians of the Gamecocks. Now, as we said, of course, Gamecock women's basketball is front and center. An undefeated season, rolling straight through to another national championship, avenging the loss last year to the Iowa Hawkeyes. It was all there, a complete package for Dawn Staley's team. And when you complete something like that, it is most certainly time to celebrate. Yes, it was a magical time in Cleveland, and folks, stay with us because we've got so much more to carry your way in terms of the celebration of Gamecock women's basketball in the national championship. And we'll get to that and lots more when we return with more of Gamecock Insider from Learfield.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the home for the Columbia Craft Call-In Show with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Hey Gamecock fans, I'm Coach Lamont Paris. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset. With access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care, Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
And it's another big night for the Gamecocks here in Colonial Life Arena.
Throughout my life, my friends and my family have supported me through the championships and the challenges. That's why it's so important for me to lift people up, to help them overcome the obstacles in their way. Colonial Life benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve goals they thought weren't possible. That's what really matters. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP experience this baseball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's Game Day guest. Winners will get a special invitation to a game, an autographed baseball and ball cap, 2 premium tickets, a trip to the radio booth, and more. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's Game Day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. As you can tell, we are just outside of the Carolina women's basketball office. They're going to have to make some room for more trophies now that another national championship has been won. Of course, there's always lots of, shall we say, memorabilia to be seen when you visit Colonial Life Arena to celebrate national championships as well. We opened the doors to the CLA earlier this week when the Gamecock women's basketball team made their triumphant return to the capital city. On we go now. Time for our Terminix Pest Player of the Week, and we're staying right here with women's basketball. Tessa Johnson. I don't know that anybody saw it coming. Maybe Tessa did, but the freshman from Minnesota is our Pest Player of the Week because she had a team-high 19 points in the national championship game. So many different weapons had Dawn Staley's disposal throughout this season, and Tessa Johnson steps up in the biggest of moments. Congratulations to her. We're back with more of Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finished the book for book club, right?
Book club? Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. The good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. It is our father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $329 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
What does farm to table mean to you? Fresher, tastier food? Sitting down with family and friends at local restaurants? Sure, but thanks to South Carolina farmers and chefs, you can enjoy farm to table anywhere. That's because when you buy certified SC, you're supporting South Carolina farmers and getting locally grown food that's perfect for whatever table. So choose local, choose fresh. It's a matter of taste.
I was perfectly happy where I was. I just coached one of the biggest games of my life. Then, just 3 days later, I was moving to South Carolina. That was unexpected. But that's how life works. Colonial Life's benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve their goals and keep moving forward. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP experience this baseball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's Game Day guest. Winners will get a special invitation to a game, an autographed baseball and ball cap, 2 premium tickets, a trip to the radio booth, and more. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's Game Day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Good hard work has earned Louise Rydquist the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the women's golf team, Louise is a management major with a 4.0 grade point average. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Hawkeyes can work for the final shot to take the lead into the locker room. But Raven Johnson steals it from Caitlin Clark. She will drive the length of the floor and lay it up and in. And the Gamecocks lead 49-46. Here's Stokey across midcourt to Caitlin Clark. Feeds it out left side. They're not going to get a shot off.
That's your Sansbury. Did you see that play? Raven Johnson, well, she says it's been a revenge tour, and certainly she got the last word against Caitlin Clark. Picking her pocket, taking it in for the layup just before halftime. So congratulations to Raven, and thanks to our friends at Sansbury Eye Center, who always sponsor our Did You See That Play. Let's switch gears for a moment now and talk some Gamecock baseball. The Battle of the Carolinas. Gamecocks, Tar Heels for the 8th consecutive year at Truist Field in downtown Charlotte. A fun evening, especially if you were wearing garnet and black.
South Carolina Gamecocks have made the trip up I-77 to Charlotte to take on the North Carolina Tar Heels. 3 double plays that the Gamecock pitchers have induced in 4 innings. What a play by Will Tippett. South Carolina defeats North Carolina in a dandy here in Charlotte. 2-1 is your final score. What a pitching performance from the Gamecocks.
Hey, Gamecock fans. I'm Coach Dawn Staley. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset. With access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care. Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Imagine all the slopes you'll conquer.
Sick.
Imagine all the sights you'll see.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay, how about you imagine dropping me off?
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. That's just 2.99% APR on the Toyota RAV4.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Gamecock fans, I'm here to ask you for your support of the Garnet Trust, the official NIL partner of Gamecock Athletics. NIL opportunities are an important part of the student-athlete experience at the University of South Carolina and across the country. Join us as we continue to compete at the highest level of college basketball. Visit garnettrust.com today to join the growing community of members ensuring our athletes are set for their future.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. I'm your host, Derek Scott. If you're watching this show, it's because you're a Gamecock fan, right? Probably a Gamecock Club member. For so many of you, there is a memory, a certain moment in time that you will remember as to what made you a fan. Probably something to do with your family, but something unique for you. We sat down with some Gamecock Club members and asked that very question. What makes you so loyal to this university?
I've been a member of the Gamecock Club for 13 years now. Started back, I guess it was 2000. Me and my father, both Gamecock fans, decided to start attending the football games. My dad was getting a little older and sort of trying to find some way to spend a little bit more time with him and whatnot. Again, he was a lifelong Gamecock fan, raised me to be a Gamecock as well. And it was sort of started out of a hobby of us going out there, tailgating, having a good time throughout the tailgate, going to the games together. Created a lot of memories. It was in 1985 for my 7th birthday, which was at the end of September. He got me a ticket to go to the Duke football game here. I've been told that I have been to a home game before, but I don't recollect it. But that's the first time I remember going to the game, and we were stuck in such a horrible traffic jam on the way down there. I was loving every minute of it. Walked through the tailgaters into the stadium, walked to the stadium, got in our seats. Seeing Cocky come out the shower curtain in 2001 played. That's a moment that I will never forget in my life because, it was a Duke game and we won. We won big, I remember that. And it was a Duke game. It really didn't mean too much, but my dad being sort of an old school, South Carolina fan, he still had that Tobacco Road rivalry, so Duke was a good game for him to go to as well. It will probably forever be one of my lasting memories when it comes to Gamecock athletics and my father. That's sort of what started it all.
So I never came to a Carolina game prior to being a student here. So my first experience was 1980 when George Rogers won the Heisman Trophy. That was the first time that I started attending Carolina football games. I did make a vow, though, that my kids would not wait until they started college to get to a college football game, which is why sub 6 months there in Williams-Brice Stadium. So the oldest son, I think his first game was probably in September 1990. He was all of 5 months old. I was that guy that pushed the kids around in a stroller to get to a football game and carried them the whole time at a football game. I had my oldest son when he was 3. I think he was 3 years old. At East Carolina, there was a downpour at Williams-Brice Stadium. And I had that little boy out in the rain because he loved coming to those games with me, even at that young age. And then when the youngest son came along, it was the same thing, just getting them that experience. We have been to every SEC stadium except Missouri. So that was one of the commitments that my sons and I made. We're going to see Carolina play in football in every SEC stadium.
Back in the day when Williams-Brice was just the original bowl, no upper stands, no nothing. He actually worked, in the stadium serving, selling like soda for like a nickel, a dime. So even back then, our family went to this, they were there at the games way back when. And then although my mother was the first one to go to college, my grandparents both did have the opportunity to go back and attend Carolina. But they worked hard for my mom to be the first one in our family to actually graduate from Carolina. Yeah. But just even as kids, they would come and work in the stadium. So, like I said, when they first built the upper deck, my grandfather had tickets in Section 306. And that's why we joke Section 306 till we die, but our family has sat in Section 306 since it was built. Our grandfather, he's not doing well, and he has dementia pretty bad, but every time he sees me, the first question out of his mouth is, what time does South Carolina play? Yeah. Doesn't matter what day it is. All he wants to know is
when that next game is.
When the next game is and what time we play. So in our family, Gamecock athletics is everything.
I've been a Gamecock club member since I've been in law school, and so I guess that's probably about 6 or 7 years now. And a lot of us would go to football games, and we'd sit in the student section as the kind of the older people in the student section. Law school experience of having so many people that I was able to meet and grow with and learn with was obviously something that fostered a lot of friendships, but also sitting in Williams-Brice Stadium next to the same type of people and season ticket members that I had no idea who they were until I went into the football game, and now I've become friends with them and kind of keep up with them, and being able to come back into the stadium and see the same faces. It's definitely a familiar feeling, a family feeling. And so, yeah, the relationships that I gained not only from being a student here, but also through being a member of the Gamecock Club and going to Gamecock athletic events, those relationships mean a lot to me.
But my father passed away last year. I'll never forget, her name is Pamela. She sat in front of us way back when we first had our first season tickets. My Facebook feed is still filled with all of her photos that she took of me and my father. I didn't realize how much I would really appreciate all those pictures and whatnot after he had passed. It's really brought me together with a couple of handful of people that I probably would have never met had I never become a Gamecock Club member.
So I've been a member of the Gamecock Club at least since the 1980s. My passion has always been around academic support, and so I've done a lot of work with the university on the academic support side, providing scholarships for financially disadvantaged youth. I kept looking for ways to do that through the Gamecock Club, and then finally several years ago I was able to do that through the Gamecock Student Athlete Promise Fund. So I've been contributing to it every year because it's my way of trying to again assist athletes who may need some financial support along the way through the Gamecock Student Athlete Promise Fund.
With the Gamecock Club, it truly is a great way to invest in the university. And I'm not just talking your big sports. Look at women's soccer, look at volleyball, look at men's soccer, look at swimming and diving, cross country. It's not just your big moneymaker sports. When you're contributing to the Gamecock Club, you truly are contributing to every single athletic program that we have, whether it's beach volleyball, tennis. We had a men's member of our tennis team play at Wimbledon. Where else are you gonna give that? So the Gamecock Club just isn't for, your big sports, like football, things like that. It really does contribute to everybody. I highly encourage it just to provide for that student athlete and give them the opportunity to come here, play their sport to the best of their ability, but also get the education that they need.
Yes, through the years, we've been in a few different areas at the football games and women's basketball, and even at the Sarge, and then over to Founders Park. So we have, and I see several folks who were also members of the Gamecock Club board, in which I'm a member. And it's nice to have that camaraderie because you just know how we feel about our programs. We're very intense about our programs, but we also, again, know that the winning and losing is not always the most important thing.
Being a part of the Gamecock Club has not only opened my eyes a little bit to how much dedication, how much time that these student athletes put into things, but also the members or the people, employees that work for the Gamecock Club, work in athletics, work for the university. There's a lot of people that put in time and effort to make sure you have an enjoyable Saturday night at Williams-Brice or a fun weeknight at a basketball or baseball game. And so that's something that I strongly encourage people if they're considering joining the Gamecock Club, is that not only are you helping student athletes, but you're helping a lot of people that want to have good experiences for you to enjoy when you go to a sporting event. So I've not regretted a second that I've been a part of the Gamecock Club.
Let me educate you real quick. The lottery is not about getting rich. No, the lottery is about helping people, and it always has been. It was the lottery that helped raise the Great Wall of China. Lotteries maintain the roads of ancient Rome and helped to usher in Western civilization as we know it. The lottery forged a foundation in this country and then helped fund a revolution against tyranny that built on that foundation. And today, in South Carolina, the revolution continues. But we're not building walls or roads or bridges. We're investing in you. Every year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars to help build an educated, well-equipped, and prepared people. And if you want to get in on the action, there's no better partner. After all, education is our middle name.
For over 40 years, Sound & Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound & Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound & Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound & Images today.
At Carolina, we know what it looks like to be the best. We've been there. We've got it at our ballpark, in the stands, and in the dugout with Prisma Health. Prisma Health helps keep our players at their best, and they're providing the same expert care to our fans across the state. With more locations, the best clinical technology, and a team of experts I trust, there's no one I'd rather have take care of our team and our state. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the home for the Columbia Craft Call-In Show with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Back to wrap things up on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. As always, that means it is time for On the Road with our good friends at Toyota. Let's go places. Carolina baseball will spend Tuesday down in Charleston, the Holy City. Annual trip to Riley Park to take on the Citadel. We also wish best of luck to the Carolina women's tennis team. They are headed over to Athens, Georgia for the SEC tournament this week. And finally, Gamecock softball will be at Florida next weekend. And again, that is On the Road, brought to you by Toyota. That wraps things up for us this week on Gamecock Insider. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm your host, Derek Scott. We'll see you again next week.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.